protect self-defense.
Calling out your name. You know that I'm falling and I don't know what to say. I'll speak a little louder, I'll leave a shout. You know that I'm proud and I can get the words out. Oh, I wanna be with you everywhere. Oh, happening to me. My friends think I'm acting peculiarly. Oh, come on, baby, you better make the start. You better make it soon before you break my heart. Oh, I wanna be with you everywhere. Oh, wanna be with you everywhere, be with you everywhere, be with you everywhere. I'll speak a little louder, I'll leave a shout. You know that I'm proud and I can get the words out. Oh, I wanna be with you everywhere. Oh, I wanna be with you everywhere, be with you everywhere.
How you guys doing? Good. Have you been here before? Nope. Why don't you use your microphones? Go for it.
I've been to Oahu.
To Oahu? Okay.
He's been to Oahu and the Big Island.
And the Big Island?
And he's been on a helicopter on the Big Island before, but not me.
Okay, cool. Molokai, you can't quite see it yet. You can kind of see it. We're on the northeast side of Maui, and we're going to the northeast side, so we're just going to fly this imaginary line right to the northeast side. But these are the windward sides, meaning this gets all the rain on this side. That's why it's so wet and so green on this side. Usually, our trade winds blow 9 months out of the year, and it's pretty consistent from the northeast, and this is what happens. It puts all that moisture on this side first. But this is one mountain that we're next to right now. We call this the West Maui's. So if you go all the way around, if we just kept going left and kept turning left, we'd end up in Lahaina. Lahaina is southwest of where we are.
That's where we're staying.
In Lahaina, yeah. So it's not, if you were to drive this road, which is, you can see a car on it above us, it's Highway 340. It starts out as Highway 30 in Lahaina, but it becomes 340. This is about 2 hours because it's so narrow in some of these areas that you just have to go as slow as you can. It's a beautiful drive, but it's very time-consuming. And it's not very treacherous. It's only treacherous if you go the other direction because you're on the cliff. But anyway, so we're going to stay over here for now. This is called Kahakaloa. This is the Kahakaloa Rock. It's a big monument here on the island. It was actually a training ground for a lot of the kings. They bring their armies out here and make them jump off the rock, prove their worth, see if they were fit enough to go into battle. So that'd be quite a jump because you have to run and jump, I think, to get over the other rocks. And this is the highway right here that I was talking about. So it's not too bad. Just have to go slow, that's all.
mountains to the sea, to your valleys green. Your beauty is everywhere. Hello, Papa, I love you. From the mountains to the sea, to your valleys green. Your beauty is everywhere. Hello, Papa, I love you. Malama lama o we I ka poe o ka aina. Ho kipa malihini aloha vaui oe. Malama lama o we I ka poe o ka aina. Ho kipa malihini aloha vaui oe. Ha'ina ia mai ka puana K-A-L-A-U P-A-P-A Kalau Papa, I love you. Aloha vaui oe. Kalau Papa, I love you. Aloha vaui oe. Hello, Papa, I love you. Aloha vaui oe.
Naka hololio, maruna o na rio hei hei la. E kalalo aku nei la, kue hua kukura o ka aina. Naka hololio, maruna o na rio hei hei la. I ka wā o ka la kaua, kue hua kurina poe poe. Naka hololio, kua hei hei aku la koula. Aia makapi ola ni paka, I ka lina poe poe muala. Naka hololio, hano hano ka ike na makoula.
All right, here we go. So, like Maui, this is the greenest, this is the wettest side. This side of the island where we are now, this is where we're going to spend most of our time. Rains about 390 inches annually, so quite a bit of rain. The other spot that rains as much is Hana. If you've driven out to Hana, then you know it's just one big rainforest. That's what it is, which is pretty nice. So Molokai is a lot like that in that respect. The other side, like Maui, is very barren because you get over to the arid side. The leeward side doesn't get as much rain. On Maui, we get about 11 inches of rain over in the Kihei area, where on the other side of here, we get probably about 20. And it's because it's leeward, so the wind and the rain kind of misses that altogether. Up here at the top, we're going to go just on the other side of this island. This is called Mokohaniki. We're going to make a right turn and kind of loop around. But All this land that you see up here is privately owned. It's owned by one family. They purchased it in 2007. And what they've done is they stopped ranching commercially and they opened it up to the public. So the public can come out here and stay. Which is really nice considering that there's not many places you can stay when you go to Molokai. There's really only 2 hotels that are owned locally, and then there's a place with some condominiums over on the other side. So it's kind of nice to come out here. And this is probably, in my opinion, the best spot because you're over on this side and you're pretty isolated.
Check out the little river there.
That river's about 2 miles long. It goes in the back where those waterfalls are located. It's called Halava.
Jason, look at the waterfall down there.
How do you like this waterfall?
Very nice.
It's called Papala'ua.
Wow, that was amazing.
Now, have you read about Molokai, or have you heard about it at all? It's a pretty interesting place. It's a there's a lot of history here. We're going to go around the corner, and we're going to go down by a place called Kalapapa, which was home to, I think it was over 10,000. I don't know what the exact count is, but those people had leprosy. It was a place where they would take people and isolate them. And it's right there, that peninsula. That peninsula is 8,700 acres. It's huge. It's part of the island, actually.
I think I remember something about that, reading something about the leper colony.
What's that? Say it again.
I think I remember reading something about the leper colony.
Leprosy is actually, there's a resurgence of leprosy right now in the United States, and it's in the South. And Louisiana and Texas are having, armadillos are a carrier. Yeah, it's easy. I mean, I don't know if it's easy, but it's antibiotics can take care of it. But the people that live there are people that live there their entire lives. So it began in 1866, and it wasn't until 1969 when they lifted the law banning leprosy, and they asked the people if they wanted to leave, and they said, no, we want to stay.
We have lots of armadillos in Mississippi, too.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, but I've always said as a kid, don't touch them. They carry leprosy.
That's interesting, yeah. Where do you find the armadillos? They live out in the forests, or are they just walking around everywhere? Yeah.
When I lived in Florida, some people were eating armadillos.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really a pest in your yard because they dig for grubs, and they leave holes all in your yard. And
Interesting.
And it messes up your grass.
Sounds like a marmot or something.
Oh,
Marmots
yeah,
do that.
yeah. Typical roadkill animal.
Yeah. Well, Mississippi, do you have places where people go and they just live off the land, you know, off the grid type thing? You guys hear about that at all?
I hear about it, but I don't know anyone.
There's a lot of that here. Actually, a lot of that. This is one of these areas. This is called Wailau Valley. This is where people, when they want to drop out, and I mean drop out, this is the place to do it.
They do yoga on the beach.
Sure, whatever you want. Surf, kayak, yoga.
Can we retire right here?
Yeah, look. In the valley too, there's several families back in the back of the valleys. If you like papayas, mangoes, coconuts, bananas, then this is the place because it grows everywhere. Bananas are growing up on the sides of the cliffs, the wild. They grow, there's kukui trees, which if you wanted to, you could actually make an oil. There's an oil that you get from the nut, and we had a lamp oil factory in Maui, and it was used with kukui oil. And then you have the bamboo, which grows everywhere inside this valley, and I know they use that for a lot of the construction materials. So you kind of have it all. The fishing, the hunting, it's all right here. Now typically, you'll see a boat down here too. And that's a good way, because really there isn't any other way. There isn't any roads that go into these valleys. Where we are right now, this is only accessible by boat or by what we're doing right now.
That actually sounds perfect.
I have a question about the volcanoes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are the individual mountains created by individual eruptions?
Well, yeah, actually, this island, where we are right now, was formed by two volcanoes. It was formed one behind us, and one on the other side of this peninsula. And what you see with these sea cliffs were formed because something seismic caused it to break and then slide right off. And that's why we have the sea cliffs that we have here today. Now, we're not even seeing, we're at 1,000 feet right now. These sea cliffs go up above 2,000 feet. So we have another 1,000 feet, but they're up in the clouds. Yeah. Way up there.
So there are a lot more than two small peaks here. Are the additional peaks created by erosion?
Yep, just like Maui. So this rock is soft. and it rains so much like it is now. Imagine it raining for the last, say, 3.5 million years here. And it's just been chipping away and chipping away and chipping away at this island. And you have all the wind erosion too. And this is the result of that. Like Maui, that big mountain, we're going to see on the way back. And we're going to see some pretty big valleys. But it's the same thing. It's just water has just been cutting away at these mountains. It rains so much. It doesn't have anywhere to go except out and back out to the ocean. Yeah, it's pretty incredible. It works. Our drinking water is from rain. On Maui, all our tap water comes from rain. It's stored in reservoirs all around the island. We have reservoirs and water tanks, and they filter it out. They have pumping stations, they have pipelines, and they can pump the water to different areas. This is Kalapapa. This is it. This is the peninsula right here. So it's open. Open meaning that you can come out and visit if you wanted to. There's an airport right there. That's what that tower is. And up at the top, so up at 2,000 feet, underneath all those clouds, there's a trail that goes down. So in the beginning, when they were put here, obviously they were in no shape to swim. Where are you going to swim to? And to climb, you'd have to go right up the side of a cliff. So today there is a trail that winds all the way down from the top down to the peninsula.
I love the color of the water right before it turns white. Isn't it beautiful? Look, there's a tiny waterfall coming out right up there.
Yeah. It's coming from the top of the mountain. It's just going right down these valleys. You can see how the water just cuts all the way through, and then this is where it ends up. Yeah, let's go check out this valley real quick. This is called Pelikunu. This is pretty neat. There's a couple of houses down here too. We're going to fly left to the river, but you'll see some houses on the right side of it.
Aia makapi ola ni paka, I ka lina poe poe muala. Naka holio, hano hano ki ke na mākoula, makakau ia na holio la, no ka hopo kuku o ka la.
Check out the banana trees down there.
Yeah, lots of bananas.
One man come in the name of love. One man come and go. One man come, he to justify. One man to overthrow. In the name of love. One more in the name of love. In the name of love. One more in the name of love. One man caught on a barbed wire fence. One man he resists. One man washed on an empty beach. One man betrayed with a kiss. In the name of love. One more in the name of love. In the name of love. One more in the name of love. In the name of love. One more in the name of love. Restless heart stares at the skies, quietly flies away. Awakened by the scent of your hair, leaving no word or care.
How you guys doing?
Good. It's just so beautiful.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Clouds look really neat how they just come up on the sides of the valley walls.
So fly the wind through your hair. Silent whispers speak to my heart. Gentle tears when we are apart. Hear my song, I'm calling you back to my arms. Thought I saw you part of a crowd, though you are one of a kind. Cried out your name with a smile, suddenly fades away. Following signs from a mountain so high, searching for you day and night. Lili soft like the wind through your hair. Lili silent whispers speak to my heart.
So we go out. If you look to the right of the river, there's a one trail. You can see pieces of it. It's 12 miles long. It starts at the front of the valley and goes all the way up and over this cliff.
It's lovely, the spell that you placed on my heart. Oh, amazing, lovely, oh, you got a hold of my heart. Oh, Lili, soft like the wind the night, gentle tears when you were in flight. Hear my song, it's calling you back to my arms. Ooh, lily, ooh, ah. Nani ka'ala he molele I kamali kuahiri kaulana o eva.
Pretty big waves today.
You think somebody actually lives right there or tried to?
The guy that used to own that, he lives here on the island, but he'd do kayaking out here, and he would go out there and he would stay there for a long time and then he'd kayak. We had a big windstorm 2 years ago, and that's why it looks the way it does right now. It was actually in really good shape, and it blew the top off of it, so that's what you see is pieces of that. I'm surprised he hasn't fixed it though, so it's been a couple of years, so I don't know why he hasn't been out to fix that. Maybe he doesn't use it anymore. Still see people come out here though. A lot of people come out from Maui. They bring their kayaks, they bring their boats, they stay out here on their boats and hang out for a while. There's a couple goats hanging out right there. See them? Black goats. Hanging out on the cliff.
Hawaii is a good place to be a goat.
Yeah, I know it. Or a cow. We've got a lot of cows that do that too. When you go over the other side of the island, Maui, we always laugh because there's a lot of wild cows. They escape from the ranches, and they just hike up in these forests, and you'll see them up there, and they live in these rainforests, and they have the life. They're up there looking down on the ocean, plenty of stuff to eat.
And California says they have happy cows.
I know they should see our cows. They're super happy. We're going to go take a look at the reef on the other side. We're just a couple miles away from it. It's absolutely awesome. It's right over here on the south shore. It's right next to, there's a couple little towns over on this side called Puko'o and Kamalo. There's some happy cows right there. That's a fish pond on your right side.
Do they build those rock circles to protect?
They're built out of lava boulders, yeah. We have them in Maui too. We have a couple, one on South Kihei Road, and there's another one out in Vaihana.
Doesn't that look like it would be interesting to snorkel down there?
Yeah, it does. It really does.
What are those perfect circles over there?
That's shrimp farm, and left of that is another fish pond, and they're harvesting fish right there in the middle. That's what those 3 circles are. So the fish ponds are pretty interesting. They're very old. They're ancient ponds, actually. They were used by the chiefs of the island, or the elite, which is the ruling class. So their families inherited those ponds, and they don't really keep them up. I think it's probably a lost art at this point, but that one and the first one that we saw that I pointed out, those are the only 2 being used. But at one time there were 60 side by side all along the reef. The reef is 30 miles long, so there were 60 ponds all within 30 miles. Yeah, so when you fly, sometimes you'll notice that there's a lot that are under the surface of the water, and they sink after a while. The boulders wear out, and they break apart. So if you really want to see a fish pond up close, we do have one in Maui that's pretty big. It's on the South Kihei roadside. So anyway, what we'll do, where are you guys staying on the island? Which part? Lahaina? We'll head over to Lahaina. We'll check it out.
The rainbow.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, this is Lahaina right here. This is Ka'anapali, and Kapalua is left. They have a little airport over there. That's Kapalua.
So we were wondering when we were driving, what's the L in the mountain? An L shape right up in front of us.
That's for the school. It's the Lahaina Lunas. Yeah. So it's a really big deal. The Lunas, it's actually one of the more prestigious schools here on the island. It's a boarding school. And they're really known for their football program. They're a big deal, actually. They're really good. And they win a lot of championships. We'll go by there but you'll notice there's tick marks on the left side of the L, and that represents school championships. And what they do on graduating night is they outline it with lanterns, so you can see the L, the shape of the L in the evening when it's dark out.
I see our hotel,
Yeah, which hotel are you in?
the Hyatt Regency.
Ah, the Hyatts. Right on the ends. How you like staying there?
It's beautiful. Very nice.
Here, we'll turn over here so you can take a look at it.
Can you hear me calling out your name? You know that I'm falling and I don't know what to say. I'll speak a little louder, I'll even shout. You know that I'm proud and I can get the words out. Oh, I wanna be with you everywhere. Oh, I wanna be with you everywhere. Be with you everywhere. Be with you everywhere. Something's happening to me. My friends think I'm acting peculiarly. Oh, come on, baby, you better make the start. You better make it soon before you break my heart. Oh, I wanna be with you everywhere. Oh, I wanna be with you everywhere. Be with you everywhere. Be with you everywhere.
So the brown, is that usually sugar cane or is it always dry like that?
It's always dry like that. What they are, it was a long time ago, it was sugar cane. And then, that was about 140 years ago. And then it was pineapples. So over here you have some dried up pineapples. And now it's a big ranch. It's the Lahaina Ranch, actually. Those are ATV roads, these dirt roads. You see a van on it right now. And at the top they have zip lining. Yeah, so there's zip lines up here at the top. And that's part of the Kapalua Zip Line Company. They have 2 locations. This happens to be the small one over on this side. Yeah, a lot of good riding out here if you like ATV kind of stuff. This is a good place to go.
So are they just letting them lay dormant, or did they not grow well, or did they get a parasite or something?
No, they grow over on the east side of Maui now. There's so much competition for pineapple, it's not profitable anymore. So I think what they've done is they decided to kind of let it go. You know, we still have some pineapples growing. It's just not what it used to be. The industry is nothing like what it used to be. Lanai, you know, the Dole Corporation behind us is Island Lanai. That's where they used to grow a lot of pineapples in the mid-'80s. Not so much anymore.
So Jason was telling me that they don't send any fresh pineapple from here to the U.S. anymore. It's all canned.
Really? I don't know. Might be. I don't know. Because I know you can bring pineapples on the airplane. You just have to go through the inspection. But yeah. Check it out, there's a paraglider over there on your right side. See above the L, it's flying around. Right there, yeah.
It's red, Jason.
Yeah.
Honi ana I ke anu, I ka mea huti huti, huti hewa I ka ili, I ka ua po ai hala, lei ana I ka mokihana, I ka werehi o kai ona, I hau kue I ke anu, hau oki o Kaleponi. E o ka wahine, e me wā o kai ona, Aluanu ai rikuna o ke kahapua o mai, o ka ua hani konua, o anu o ke kokolau, kuoa o ka maluki, malukukui o ka hoki vai. Ia ai ka melina, ane me ke aka o helo papa, Kua kua I ka noe, mohala I ke anu, nohono me ka anopi, kamana o ia loko, o loko hana nui, pau ole I ke ana ia. E o ka wahine, e me wā o kai ona, alu alu ai likula o ke kawa kua o mai, o ka hua ani porua, o anu o ke kokolau, kuoa o ka maluki, malukukui o ka hoki vai.
Alright guys, I need to turn your microphones off. We're going to be back in 8 minutes, so I want to say thank you. I really appreciate it. Just enjoy the views while we're on our way back. This is called the Ukumahami Valley that we're flying over right now. We're going to go right over the windmills, the turbines on their left, so this area is one of the windier spots. That's why the turbines are up here on this side. And then what we're looking on that side is the south shore of Molokai. That's Wailea and McKenna that you see way down there. That's actually the edge of the mountain over at Haleakala. That's the south side of Haleakala. Yeah, so you can see it's pretty cloudy over there. You wouldn't really be able to get up there right now. So thanks again, and when we get back on the ground, they'll go ahead and they'll let you out and then have you wait on that blue box and then walk up to the building. Really easy.
Makale hauna palia o ko o lau